Okay. I think we're live. How's everyone feeling? So, I was online yesterday watching the Switch 2 Direct, which I will say I think the Direct itself was really, really good in terms of the games, in terms of the hardware, especially in terms of the third party games. They're really coming out of the gate swinging with a lot of great stuff. They got Elden Ring, they got Cyberpunk. They're gonna have an exclusive From Software game, and it's multiplayer. But we'll see how that works. It's strange, but yeah, it's incredible that Nintendo has an exclusive From Software game. I think maybe since the Dark Souls 1 remaster, which came out on the Switch a little while back. I wonder if Nintendo kind of realized, okay, From Software is like the hot studio to partner with, and the fact that they're both Japanese companies, I think, definitely helps bridge that gap. Because they, what else did they done together? Or not that much, I guess, but obviously, getting Elden Ring on the Switch there, or Switch 2 there, that, like, there's a reason that was the first thing that showed up in the partner part of that presentation yesterday. So I think that Nintendo kind of realizes, okay, From Software, they are like the studio to work with right now. So that's cool. The new Pro controller looks pretty nice. It looks basically the same. I don't know if it's backwards compatible the with the existing Pro controller, because there might not be a ton of reason to upgrade to the new one if you don't have to. Let me Google that real fast and see. But the big thing that people are not happy about, which is fair, is the pricing of all this. So $450 for the system itself, which I was expecting $399, like $400. So I'm a bit surprised to see that it's $450, but at least it's not $500. $500 would be a pretty tough pill to swallow. So it is basically a $100 price increase over the OLED. And when you take like inflation into account, this Switch came out at $300 in 2017, and inflation has been crazy since then, and it's only going to go up. So, the $450 price, I don't love it, but like I can stomach it. This whole $80 Mario Kart game, though, really is throwing people for a loop. Apparently the physical version could be $90, but I also don't think that's been fully confirmed. I think people are basing that off of the European price. So I would be surprised if it was actually $90 for the physical, because Nintendo is certainly not above pricing their games high, but I'd be surprised if they're really pricing physical games higher than digital, especially when they're doing this whole game key card thing now. So it's the game is not actually going to be on the cartridge in some cases. You can have to download it, but then once you have it downloaded and installed, you still have to put the cartridge in. So there's really there's really no point to it. So if it is true that it's $10 more for the physical version, that's going to be a bummer, and that's probably going to be like really the last blow to physical games, because we've seen Microsoft heavily move away from physical games. We've seen PlayStation move away from physical games in a lot of cases. Not, officially, but oh my god, that's loud. but Jesus, that was super loud. All right, let's see.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Nintendo Treehouse Live, Nintendo Switch 2. I am Demetrius, and I'm joined
I haven't done one of these in
with
forever, so
Sam
it's cool.
and Kendra.
Oh, they're playing Mario Kart.
And
All right.
This is Mario Kart World. All right, I'm so excited. All right, Sam, why don't we talk about what we're going to be doing here?
Yeah, so this is Mario Kart World, and as the name implies, there is a whole new world of Mario Kart to
All right,
explore.
there's a big roster of characters.
And
I want to see Toadsworth.
we're
That's
not gonna be
how.
able to get into super deep detail
Okay.
into everything today. As you saw in the direct yesterday,
They're
is a
not
dedicated
scrolling over
Mario Kart
to
World
show more,
Direct
are they?
That will give us the deep dive information in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. But
I think I
for
see
right now,
Birdo
this
on the
is gonna
side
really just
there,
gonna be a
and
free
Bowser
flow.
Jr.
And today we're going to be jumping into the Grand Prix and show you the new flow for how
Yes.
Grand Prix works in this game. We're starting out on the character select screen, and I just wanted to highlight some of the cool animations.
They're
so
dancing.
Got that little
Mario
dance
doing his
going.
little shimmy.
Yeah.
Luigi.
You look so cute. Earlier you had it on Toad, who.
Okay,
you
yeah,
could
we'll
just,
go back to
again.
Toad.
Yes, I mean, come on.
One of my favorites.
There is
Mario
a subtle
Kart.
redesign to all these characters. Their facial proportions are a little different.
Okay, so but for this here, we're gonna stick with Mario.
Yes.
We're gonna try and minimize
Boring.
distraction. Okay, cool. And we could see that we've got these fully formed vehicles now. We're no
Correct.
longer selecting individual car parts like we were in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We could still see the details, so you can
Yep.
still get your stats.
Okay.
And we've got some really cool vehicles.
So no more,
Here's
no
charging
more
trucks.
customizing wheels. That's
Yeah.
fine.
And the baby blooper.
Yes.
And the baby blooper, yeah. For right now, I'm gonna roll with the standard card.
Still great.
They're keeping very strict.
And we're gonna do the Mushroom Cup. You can see
No
we've got
glider
brand new courses here.
situation.
Mario Brothers Circuit, Crown City, Whistle Stop Summit, DK Spaceport, and then on the map, you could see that these courses are actually connected in a physical
Correct.
world, and we are going to drive between them in the Grand Prix flow. But we'll show a little bit more of that later. So let's do Mushroom Cup, and we're gonna go with 100cc, take it a little bit slower so that we could take in more of the details
Absolutely.
as we're playing.
Going on a little road trip.
Yeah. That's kind of the idea, you know.
I mean,
Totally.
you know,
this is in a world.
as much as it sucks that this Mario Kart game is $80,
Mario Brothers Circuits.
like it looks
Yeah,
amazing.
so
It
when
looks
you
super
select it
fun.
enough, You get this flyover of the courses that you're going to be racing on.
Wow. And the course, like obviously the world looks massive. The course looks massive. Like I cannot wait to play this game.
I haven't done before.
That looks so cool.
The more you play these courses, the more details that you'll notice on the periphery of different routes and different things that you can do.
I love all the little details and the little signs.
All right.
First race.
Mario is ready.
Yeah, and we could see.
Mario's ready. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Sam?
I hope so.
And as Sam gets ready here, he's getting ready to start. You notice that there are
Boom.
24 racers as well.
Yeah, 24
Yeah,
racers
so
on the
many.
starting grid. And if you think about Mario Kart as like a mathematical formula.
Okay, so you still got the 2-item situation.
Increasing the number of racers to 24 is a very significant variable in increasing that chaos.
And that's what we need.
Yes,
We need
yes,
that chaos.
absolutely.
That's what makes it so good. You never know what's going to happen.
All right.
Whoa,
Okay.
that was clutch.
Right into second
Nice.
place. All right. Oh,
That
oh,
coin,
oh.
yep.
Got a battle here, though.
DJ
Oh.
still ahead of me.
Oh, nice.
nice.
You got it. You got
I
it.
timed that well.
So lucky there. So we've got some coins.
So
Right.
for this game,
So many more coins.
Look at all those
Oh.
coins.
Yeah, that's
I'm curious as to
One thing I want to say too is
if it really is going to be the sales juggernaut that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was.
held there without Sam having to
I mean, almost like it almost certainly won't be
to this game
because
again.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I will say.
How much did that sell? Let me look that up.
automatically assume that defensive position.
I think it was like 60 million.
You're really holding off this for long.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
hard.
67.35 million units worldwide.
Things there, a
Yes.
couple
The
of
best-selling
good
Switch
things
game. So
there. A brief rail ride into
I
the
can
wall
say
ride.
with almost 100% certainty that it will not sell 67 million copies this game. I think it'll do well. It'll almost certainly be one of the top-selling games on the Switch. But
I took a slight
the main draw of this game,
and now
okay,
you can see
the
my
glider
vehicle.
thing looks
You
cool.
don't have those like gliders that you had in Mario Kart 8
The main draw of this game,
Brown's wings.
I think,
Really
is
cool.
very appealing to someone like me who plays a lot of video games, obviously. Like, I'm really interested in a very new... This is cool. Okay, you can grind on rails like Sonic Adventure style.
And this is something that's new. You could see that I can build up boosts just like I can.
I'm looking forward to this because it's a very new Mario Kart experience. But I wonder if, like, the casual, Mario Kart player, probably at least 30 of those 67 million units that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold. Like, I wonder if they're gonna be like, oh, what? It's like you got to drive to the courses. Like, that's weird. I don't really want to bother with that. Like, they're still gonna be able to play Mario Kart 8 on the Switch 2. So I'm like, I don't. Okay, that's a little trick moves there. That's cool.
I'm proud of that. I'm happy with the way that
Like, I wonder if they're gonna be maybe. This is gonna make it a little bit less approachable to the more casual player. So I don't know. I'm a little bit worried. Disappointed the prices are so high. I mean, I do not like these prices. Certainly, I was thinking, okay, we're going in. Prices are $70 now. It is what it is. For what it's worth, I did see someone tweet out that apparently, with inflation since 2020, when these prices kind of started going up to 70, like a $70 game in 2020 would be like an $82 game now. So if you look at it that way, it's like, okay, like I can see prices going up, but at the same time, the prices of everything in the world is going up, especially right now with these tariffs. But income has not necessarily increased too. So I do wonder, like, it's kind of a gamble that Nintendo is taking, because there's the whole aspect that this Mario Kart game, while it looks awesome, like, and I cannot wait to play it. I don't think that the whole open world aspect is going to be that appealing to casual players. And also the $80 price point, that is going to be prohibitive to a lot of people. Especially when there is a Mario Kart game able to be played on the Switch 2 with like 96 courses. I think Nintendo knows that they're taking a bit of a risk here. But, like, as to whether it's going to pay off, it's kind of hard to say.
Sorry.
Did I
You dodged it. Yeah.
All right.
So, as we're about to approach...
So, I don't know.
Where
It's...
did that come
I have
from?
no idea.
Mario Kart is like it's a super popular IP, of course, but I do wonder, like, this might be, this might be a bit too risky of a move for them.
And there are different routes and different paths that you can take.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
still
very
discovering new
beneficial.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're
That's
overrated
interesting,
right now,
what
right?
they just
So
said about
it's
different
interesting to see.
routes and paths you can take, because
You could see,
this is the
you
segment,
have multiple
right?
loops when you're in the air.
Oh no, this is the actual, okay, this is the course.
Okay, here we go.
I wonder, in this Grand Prix mode where you're driving from racetrack to racetrack, like, can you just take shortcuts? Because if so, that would be pretty cool.
They're up, Mario Kart TV, really cool stuff.
I also want to know, and I hope they go into this, if the, like, online, like how the online play is going to work. I don't think they're going to do that much with it here now, because obviously you can't really play online with this game yet. But, like, I love Mario Kart 8 Online. Just going in and it's, like, pandemonium, and it's, like, just, like, bare knuckle, like, super fast, super intense races. So I want to just be able to, like, race online, do the Grand Prix or do whatever in this.
Oh.
Hold on.
Can you...
Oh!
Okay.
Oh. I respect it. I respect what you're trying to do there.
Still
can
got
hold
it.
it.
Still got it.
Hey.
Still got it.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. You got some good acceleration.
I was being
I think they want us to buy the bundle.
If that was
Look,
like-
I on that, like, request to pre-order thing on Nintendo, I put in for the bundle because,
All right, so what are the
you're potentially saving $30
was hot on my heels.
if you're buying it digital, and then maybe $40 if you're buying it physical. Which I
Mario looked really
I said this earlier before the stream was really getting going, but
Up next is Whistle Stop Summit.
I think that $90 for the physical has not been confirmed by Nintendo. I think people are just
Third
assuming that's the case from the European pricing.
Don't forget that boost, Sam.
So it might be the same price, and I would hope it would be. Because if it is, if it's not the same price, then the physical games are just about done,
Yes.
and that's sad. But
Snack. Yeah, there we go.
All right, dash food. Yum.
Oh, in between those.
okay, wait, what does this food do?
One of the most fun things about going on a road trip is like trying all the different food
It's
in these different places that you visit. So I've got a burger here.
There
It
you
gives you a
go.
boost and
And
it can
Oh.
transform you into a different outfit.
Yes, so cool.
Go off that surfboard. Go off
okay, I was wondering about this outfit thing because at first, because you see a few people in different outfits.
Oh, you got it right.
Right?
Is it so? It's not something you just choose. It's like
Oh, hey, it works out in the end.
You meant to do that.
okay, because I was thinking it would be like kind of a just customizable
Yeah,
thing.
I was gonna say.
Oh, wow. Right
Yeah,
back.
$90 for a game. Like
Okay, so now we're getting
people were talking about the potential of GTA 6 being $100, and I made a YouTube short on that.
again. We've got these wings.
And it's sad that it's looking likely now.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And if there's a game that's going to be $100 that could like pull off the $100 price point,
So because this is a rail,
it is GTA
there
6.
are a lot of rail
That-
riding opportunities.
and a
So
lot of-
Mario Kart might be bridging the gap for them.
4? Oh, ooh, close. All right. How many coins do you have? You have 10. All right, so you're looking pretty good there.
I'll get a few more.
Yeah. Okay, and there's some nice. Oh wait, you already have 2 items. Yeah.
Oh,
very
nice.
good.
At the very least, you know,
I like that.
despite the fact that this game will be expensive, this will likely be the only Mario Kart game, only new Mario Kart game on the Switch.
Wait a second.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're only gonna have to pay this $80 or $90
Very
once.
lucky. I've seen a couple red shells now.
I mean, I would assume that this is like in much the way that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was the Mario Kart for the Switch with the updates on the Booster Course Pass.
It can never hurt.
Yeah.
I think they're positioning this one to be like this is the Mario Kart. You know, perhaps in a few years there are gonna be some expansions.
Okay.
You got this.
How that works will be
I
interesting to
No
see.
pressure, but all the pressure.
got some healthy adrenaline
Yeah,
going
here
on.
we go.
And I do also wonder, you know, they haven't shown off all the courses here yet, but a big part of oh my,
There
okay,
we go. Oh!
a big part of Mario Kart, I think, is the legacy tracks,
Some other
which Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is absolutely full of. You know, I think more than half of them are from older games, which is, you know, cool because they look nice and they're
right.
fun to play.
Style.
Riding the rail to victory.
Yes.
But in
Setting off
this
a good pace. I'm liking
new
this. Getting first and first.
like whole world where all the courses are physically placed in the world,
Change your path
It
through
really
I'm
does.
wondering like how are they if they want to add in Wario's gold mine or something,
So many possibilities.
really-
how are they going to do that?
All right.
And now we're
DK
driving to
Spaceport.
And I guess they're
I
at
know,
least
I
as
know
of
for
launch
this one.
there are going to be no
Whistle stop
um,
tonight.
there's going to be no
I love that.
uh
Oh my goodness.
like legacy retro tracks in this. We'll see.
You got this perfect.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, DK got it too.
Don't
so
let him draft off. of you.
we're in the race. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
What
dropped
character?
another-
Oh, is that like baby
Nice.
Rosalina or something?
Oh,
See, there was a little ramp up there to that power.
I liked him to show off the
rail ride on
character roster a bit more because there's some like crazy deep cuts, just like random generic enemies that you would not expect
Oh.
in this. But I said this on Twitter. The real test, if they care about
Right there.
really
on the track.
having a big roster here, is if Toadsworth will be
Followed
available.
closely by Bowser Jr.
Because he, oh, I like that boom effect there. Because Toadsworth has been, he used to be like a very prominent Mario character back in like the GameCube era.
So you see
But
how,
he's like totally forgotten now.
it could be
There were legacy tracks on the direct. Maybe there were. Maybe I missed that.
sort of security gate now, and we're getting into DK Spaceport.
But like, if they're gonna add DLC tracks, which I assume they will, I wonder how they're gonna do that.
Girder pattern back
Yeah, you
there.
can see the entire course
There we
essentially
go.
all the way out out there, which is so cool.
Ooh, somebody behind
Yeah,
you.
this track looks pretty cool.
Okay,
How'd you-
now then, yeah.
Oh,
Back-
I do like that they got Piantas as a
Those are
playable
trees
racer.
on, Sam. You
Shy
got
Guy
it.
Bazaar and Wario Sunken Ship. Okay.
Here we go. Oh,
See if I can get a draft.
Yeah,
on
like
it.
a little bit
Close enough.
closer.
Oh, he missed items.
yeah, I think you're almost
Green
there.
shell.
Oh,
Yes,
oh,
yes.
you got it.
Oh,
I've got another.
You gonna turn into him?
oh,
Yep.
that's yeah. There you go.
Oh,
Okay,
No,
it's
you
okay,
got it,
okay.
you got it.
You brought it back.
Yeah, you
Yep.
got it. You got
Is
it.
there? I feel like with Mario Kart,
That was a good
it's
strategy.
interesting because when,
Okay.
at least for me, when I play against the computer, I feel like I have to try to not be in first place constantly,
Preparing.
and it's boring because like then you don't get any fun items and stuff.
See,
But when I play online, I'm just like
5
I'm happy to get like 8th place. There's like no in between.
So this is.
Can you make that?
Can I do
Oh,
it?
nice.
Hmm.
You can,
Excellent.
you can rail ride up here and dodge these barrels.
Yeah, watch
Okay.
out for
Oh.
barrels.
Can you dodge that blue shell?
Oh, that's interesting.
Evacuate all items.
Oh.
It's kind of good you ended up there.
That's
though.
a
I-
strategy.
Yeah.
And I like the new elements they got in
Pick up
here.
some coins to make up for what you lost.
Took it too tight.
Yeah. This right here was always tricky to me, just trying to dodge the barrels that come in and out.
Right.
Hmm.
These old school vibes. This is
Yeah.
yes.
You almost there. You got it.
Yeah.
If you
I'm
have
ready
any
for this
shells
game.
or any kind
If
of
I'm
shell, if you
able to
have
get a
some
Switch on
you can
launch, we'll see.
barrels with the shells.
Apparently pre-orders are
Keep you from
April 9th,
running into somebody.
so
Okay, I'm constipated now, sorry.
Yeah, I was like,
we'll
yeah.
see. But it's also
I know,
it's
I
a
know
lot of money.
My heart is going.
I know.
It's like Donkey Kong
Oh, oh.
Arcade.
Somebody behind
Yeah,
me.
and this track I think of the ones they've showed, this one looks super cool. Like this is the most interesting one.
Say, probably erase off that.
Let me see if I can figure out. Google it real fast. I want to know if the
You've dodged
new or the
everything
old
now.
Pro Controller
Nah, not the blue
can be
shell.
used
Another
on
one.
the
Come on, right
Switch
there.
I know,
Switch
we're
2 of the new
getting
games. I assume it would be able to because
Slap.
you'd have to be able to with the Switch 1 games, right?
Oh,
Why?
Come on.
get the
I think.
coins. Oh, no.
Oh, that barrel took a turn. Okay.
Okay, you got it. You got it.
Now it's getting tense.
Behind you?
Hit
Okay,
those
he's behind
jumps.
you.
Okay.
Okay, you're back in
Uh,
first.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Well
yes.
done.
Okay.
Well done.
Good job. Okay, I'm clapping
Let's see.
now.
Polygon article 17 hours ago.
That was a nail biter at the end there.
My heart is going crazy. All right. Okay, hard-earned victory.
It will work. Okay, it will work with the
100cc
original
now
consoles.
challenge.
Pro
All right,
controller.
well, I will, I will
Okay,
revel
that's
in the
good.
Victory
Yeah, let's see
ceremony
this.
that comes.
Let's see
Is
this.
the new Pro controller looks? I mean, it looks almost exactly like the current Pro controller, but with the headphone jack and with the back buttons, which are I think great additions. So
Fireworks.
I'll probably get one eventually, but it's not going to be a priority at launch.
Little outfit.
DK in second.
He was hot on my trail the whole time.
I gotta say, I have mixed feelings on this DK redesign. Like, I don't dislike the design
Perfect. Well done.
in principle. Like, I don't dislike the design itself,
Yeah. So,
On our merry way.
but the fact that it's like very clearly modeled off the movie version, I'm just like, ugh, like that just reeks of like that corporate like
try and relax our
corporate synergy kind of like cross promote the movie with the game, like which I just leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. So it's not a bad design. Like I would say it's a good design, but I also will admit I'm a little bit resistant to change with a lot of Nintendo stuff.
around in the world.
And the
We can take another
Go
look.
any way
Uh,
you
where
the
we at?
DK
Yeah.
rare design that we've had from Donkey Kong Country
Off
onwards,
to our right.
Yeah. So
I've
see over here,
liked a
this is
lot.
Mario
So
Brothers Circuit,
okay,
one of the course that we started on for the Mushroom Cup, and as you can see, like there's no when you drive off course, Locky 2 doesn't come and pick you up like
Yes.
he does in the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
You can drive anywhere. Just
Anywhere
kind
at
of
all.
explore.
Mm.
Yeah.
And there's
Grab a
items there,
snack.
yeah, there
You
you
You can
go.
go to
Grab
the
a bit of dash
diner,
food,
get
yeah.
yourself a milkshake.
Yeah.
you know what they should add here? I don't know if they even could,
Theoretically.
And I could take
but
a
they
look
should
at
add like if you played the
and you can see
more recent
this in the world.
Like a Dragon
And we can see
games,
over here
Infinite
in
Wealth and
City,
then Pirate
it's
Yakuza.
straightforward.
They've got the crazy delivery mini game where you go and deliver food to people. It was basically Crazy Taxi
Yeah.
in a mini game.
You can get a
That would be
little
super
bit
cool
more
in something like this.
course if you wanted to, but
So I hope there's like
more
things to
discovered
in the open world free room. I hope there's like things to
Let's
do.
drive around there are other
hi.
races
Oh.
around here.
Hi, friend.
Hmm.
There's a Toad driving the car.
Yeah.
Koopa Troopa driving the other car.
There are so many details in this world that you can start to get an idea of when you no longer have the pressure of racing behind you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like there's sections up here. I discovered when I was in free roam mode earlier on Mario Brothers Circuit that there were some rails up in the top that I didn't know existed.
So you can basically create a strategy while you're here
Yeah.
for when you're in the race.
And
And here's a
They're really doing
Yeah,
the
this is new. When you're
Sonic Racing
racing
Transformed
off
thing
of
where they
water, your vehicle kinda transforms into
you
water.
turn into a plane, you turn into a boat.
All
So
the signage
I mean, it
everywhere.
might as well. It opens up a lot of
There's touches,
possibilities.
yeah.
There's a lot of like branding and stuff in the world. You see, you've got all of these ads
Red
on the side of
shell.
the world. Yeah.
Luigi tires.
Okay. Well, let's go over to Crown City for a
All right.
moment
Okay.
Show
and take a
something
look
else.
at and you get another perspective. There is a day and night cycle
As we see
when
here.
you're in the world, and there are weather systems too that can affect the
Day and night and weather system. That's a pretty big big
Get a little bit
change.
off course here, so you can get an idea of what it's like to drive around in the
Oh,
world.
there's a Yoshi.
I know.
And you can
don't run
even-
him over.
You can
Yeah.
also even stop and hang out.
Yeah.
Like you can. Yeah, you say
Also,
hi.
this is
Hello.
exclusive. I should have a new video up
All right,
tomorrow.
what I'm gonna do is I'm
I'm gonna be streaming the Treehouse tomorrow too, so I'll probably put it up after tomorrow's Treehouse.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll have a video up tomorrow.
The moment.
It is
Alright.
Nintendo related,
Let's take a look at
and it's a pretty big one. It's gonna be like over an hour, so
Adorable.
I'm excited to get it out. I've been working on it for a
We're
while.
gonna
So
end things-
the Switch 2 era. It's not just an era for Nintendo. It's also an era for my
Everybody, once
channel.
again, this was
Because I'm definitely going all in on the Switch 2
And,
as we
of
go here.
course,
Because
don't worry, we're going to be right back. Coming
I wouldn't
up
say I've been
with
like strictly a
Donkey
Nintendo
Kong
channel because I
Bonanza.
reviewed
So,
like
see you soon.
Avowed
We'll see you soon.
and oh, been right back. What listening? Okay, we're listening to Common Observatory. I reviewed several non-Nintendo games just because there's like been not many Nintendo games coming out recently. But Switch 2, I'm going full in on the Nintendo hype, so I'm looking forward to that. Did they say what they were doing? Hold on, let me go back and see what they say there.
Of course, this was Mario Kart World. And of course, don't worry, we're going to be right back coming up with Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Okay, all right. Waiting on Donkey Kong Bonanza. Did they get rid of anti-gravity? I think they technically did, but it looks like they've still got segments on the track that, could be anti-gravity. Because there were some big, like, sweeping loops in places. Which, if it was in Mario Kart 8, that would probably be, like, where the tires switch and all. But they just didn't do that. So, kind of, they got rid of it, but I don't think they're going to be, like, restricted on the courses they design. All right, I'm going to use the bathroom real fast while they're doing this, and then we'll see Donkey Kong. Still waiting on Donkey Kong. I am very much looking forward to this new DK game. I've never played DK64, but I think I'm gonna play it before this one comes out, because I'm not really playing much of anything at the moment because I've just been working on this big video, and I finished Elden Ring recently too, which was awesome, but I want to play something else before I start the expansion. So I think I'm gonna play DK64. I know, like, it's kind of, got mixed feedback from people. And I don't know, maybe I won't, like, finish it, but I want to check it out and, like, get an idea of what it's like. Because, I feel like that would be... It'd be good to play before this this new one, because it's the only 3D Donkey Kong game until this new one, so... I'm excited for it. I also don't think that they've revealed who the developer is for Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is interesting. Oh, all right, we about to start? Are they actually doing this live? It's called Treehouse Live. Well, like, they don't technically need to be doing this live. They could have pre-recorded all this and then just played the video in a stream, and that would have been fine. Like, that's probably what I would have done, just so they don't have to have a break in the middle. I downloaded the Nintendo Today app. I haven't downloaded Nintendo Music. But yesterday before the Direct, I downloaded the Nintendo Today app because I was like, let me see what this is all about. I was also like, man, if there's like any sort of pre-order information that comes out on the Nintendo Today app, I want to be on that right away. So how useful that'll be, we'll see. But I don't know. Oh, here we
Welcome
go.
Back to
Back with
Treehouse
Bob
Live
Ross.
with Nintendo Switch 2. I'm Sam. I'm here with K, BK, and DK, because we are going to be looking at Donkey Kong Bonanza. I am so excited.
All right.
An all-new 3D adventure with Donkey Kong. BK, let's just jump right in.
Yeah, why waste any time? Yeah, we're going
Let's
to
do it.
start out right at the beginning of this section here.
This is pretty much the first thing you see when you start the game.
Yeah.
No, he's finally here. You've all been waiting so long.
Oh, man.
I just love this look for DK. He looks amazing.
So
All of his looks.
imposing, yet so cute at the same time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So this is this first little section I want to spend a minute talking about.
I like
some
the
of
overalls
DK
for
has.
him. I think that makes sense.
He's a lot more action-oriented in this game, in a very hands-on way, as you might be seeing me. He punched through walls here,
Yeah.
forming the area around me here.
As you might imagine, one of the big sort of elements of DK is his strength.
Yeah.
And that's on full display here.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing about this game is almost everything around you is destructible. So
Well, we just saw you rip up a chunk of the terrain too and use that to cause more havoc. So
Yeah,
the possibilities are endless.
Okay, they're
here.
collecting.
yeah, you can pretty much just rip.
What are
a
they
chunk
collecting
off of
here?
everything
Banandium
down
chips?
here, so,
Change
once
these
you
for
have
bananas
chips,
any chip
you
exchange.
can, play around to your heart's content.
So we got like multiple currencies happening here, I guess.
Some of the first areas that you see in the game, and to kind of set up where we are and what we're doing here. Some rumors have started to spread of this material sprouting up on this island, Ingot Isle, and it's called Banandium. And it forms as this gold, but also in these Banandium gems that you can see here that are shaped like bananas.
And apparently pretty tasty.
It must also be delicious because DK
Yeah.
DK loves to eat it.
That's one of my other favorite things. We're getting a little bit more info about golden bananas here, and a little more about Banandium gold. Don't mix them up. Do not mix up gold.
And the
Banandium
monkeys
gold. One is
talk?
edible,
Okay.
The other's not.
So we're talking to this prospector monkey over here, just kind of giving us a quick explanation of what we're doing here and why. what else do we need to know then? We need to let's find more bananas. That was pretty tasty.
High five, bud.
Hmm.
Yeah, now that we're in an open area here, I want to show off a couple more of his moves. DK's got a roll. Roll is back.
Okay,
He can also
nice.
do a roll and a jump.
Nice.
Those moves are back. You can also spin, which I like. Especially good with his little
With his
headlamp on there.
headlamp, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a disco party.
Yeah, it's like a little dance party. Oh, you know what? One other thing I want to show off really quick is how the chunks interact with each other. Sam, you want to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah. So he's just torn a chunk out of the ground there, but as you can see, it's sort of this soft material.
I like the
And
grumpy
so with
face.
Your throwing stance there. You can see
Yeah,
that,
with this
like,
new
as
DK
you
design,
throw
like
the
again, I don't hate it,
thing,
but
not only
a lot of people are like,
touches
oh, he's so much more
but
expressive now, and I'm thinking
how
like
strong it is and gives you
they
other
could have
properties.
just
So
made
one
him
throw
more
there.
expressive
See that, like, what you pick up
with
is
the
like this,
old
like,
design.
soft
So
right? So it sort of
Stuck
sticks
right
to the wall.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just
And if
a
you throw and pick up something
purist.
a little harder, yeah, so if you grab a chunk
Change.
off the wall,
I don't always love change when it
something
comes to
off.
Oh.
longtime characters,
That's
but
fine there.
eh.
Elements
Yeah, let me
of
try
the
that again.
terrain
It's
as well
fine.
Take
with
two.
your
So,
dirty
yeah.
terrain.
So yeah,
Okay.
now you can actually break apart the wall when you throw that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, and one other thing about Vanadium Gold I like a lot is it's actually brimming with energy. You know, it's enough to power DK, certainly.
Yeah, look at the little sparks coming off of
But
it.
when you throw a chunk of it, it's highly
Yeah,
explosive.
stay away.
Very fun to play with in
Yeah.
a controlled setting.
You know what? Since I've already kind of made a dent in this wall, I actually want to show off how many cool hidden things there are. Like there's this little hidden alcove back here. You would never know it's back here. It's just a surprise to find by destroying the environment around you.
This stuff is everywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna call this the chill out room for a second.
And you just saw BK slapping the
So this
ground
is
with
a
the hand
very
slap move.
exploration-focused
Kind of
game.
allows you to pick
I'm
up a lot of
supposing.
drop collectibles that are around you at once, so you don't have to run around collecting them individually, which is really nice.
I don't know if they've said it is
can
like
see
exactly
there's
open world or
lots of
like
gold and
multiple
stuff
open
hiding in the
areas,
walls
but
that you can-
Yeah. We're picking
Doesn't
up
look
tiny
super
chunks of
linear,
vanadium
which is
gold, we're
cool.
picking up vanadium chips.
Yeah, I don't know if I said this earlier, but the rumors have started to spread of this vanadium material appearing on Ingot Isle. So DK and these prospector monkeys have descended upon the isle to try and collect as much of this stuff. as
oh,
they
you
can.
can
Make it
chest
friends.
pound. All right, fun.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
cool to-
these monkeys.
it's
I'm
cool
one
to
time
see
I
some
went
of
to
the
a
guys out
zoo,
here, staking their claim.
and they had gorillas
You
there,
know, DK's doing the
and
same.
I saw like one of the gorillas actually do the chest pound, and I was like, "What? No way! They actually do that?"
Pick up some more stuff here.
It was
More
cool.
of, vanadium
If
gold.
anything remains consistent about DK, it is his love for bananas.
Yeah, one other handy thing is that DK can't be harmed by any of these explosions.
And thank goodness.
Okay.
Thank goodness. He's gonna be causing a lot of them.
Got a ton.
Okay, yeah, he's got 3 hearts at the top, Zelda style.
These crystals here, pick up more of those vanadium chips. Oh,
We have found our prize.
The prospector monkey is really happy about it.
So is DK. Look at him.
he's so his every face he makes in this game is impressive.
So expressive.
Eat it up.
You know, since Mario Odyssey, I would say,
Mine. DK is no stranger to mine.
Nintendo has really
It's nice to
focused
see
on
him,
making their
doing
characters
it a
more
little
expressive
bit
and
more
like
full-time.
looking
But you can
around
also
at
pick up, chunks
certain
of varying size
places in the
with
environment.
changes deforms in a
So
different way.
yeah, that's been good because
Costs extra having
when you play like
Yeah.
Mario Galaxy or something, Mario's face literally does not
Oh,
change
don't
the
walk
entire
over some,
time.
so, there's some
Like
handy
it's,
devices
you know,
to help you through. I can
rock
actually
solid. So
punch down this thing, so a special dive
Okay.
punch is required to really kick this thing off.
I
Look
love
at
it. It's
all
so
of that.
satisfying,
Yeah.
right?
I want those. I want those.
Get it, get
Yeah,
it, get
there's
it.
the hand slap.
Right, yeah. So you can use the hand slap to kind of collect a lot of the gold that collects around you.
Right, and there are also some switches and things up ahead that interact with the hand slap, and you can cause the terrain to change in different ways.
Those geysers are so satisfying.
Hands have also,
it's not too much of a
affects
problem.
some
Break
things
through every
along the way.
material.
Which I think is cool. Like
Yeah.
vanadium gold to appear there. I don't know.
I don't know.
Ooh, another geyser.
It could like get kind of boring if you're just like breaking things apart with no like tension behind it.
Cannot emphasize enough
Yeah,
how
did he
satisfying
appearance?
it is to play this game.
I don't know. I believe
Jingle Jangle is
Cranky
good, the smashing is
Kong
good.
was in
I spend way
collectibles.
too
was
much
in the
time
trailer
just
yesterday.
collecting gold.
Yeah, you're gonna be doing a lot.
So
Well,
and these
there are
monkeys
also,
look
like we saw
certainly
earlier,
modeled after Diddy
passages and,
Kong.
like rooms to discover
Um,
through walls. If you just basically punch anywhere in a
but-
wall, you can find something hidden there. And it's
Yeah, I don't know. I do wonder like
Yeah,
it,
you
especially in terms of the design. I have a sneaking feeling that
sonar system.
Nintendo has always kind of not loved the fact that the design for Donkey Kong, one of their most famous characters,
3 in a row.
was made by
In this mine, DK.
Yeah, we're
a
just-
studio not within the Nintendo, and so this redesign kind of comes from that.
Monkey.
And Diddy Kong was just straight up created by Rare,
Freaking out.
so I could see
Okay, bud, relax.
Sorry, buddy.
that they
Chips back
would
here,
want to
so,
move away from him
let's see,
somewhat.
I can't actually. This is
But,
too hard for me to
who
smash,
knows?
But luckily, the ground is not. The ground is rarely ever.
Yeah, but the environments are highly destructible. You could have gotten through here a different way.
Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna leave my way.
Okay.
Yeah.
This game really encourages you to think outside the box.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways to get to things.
Right.
Most of them involve smashing.
There's a door. There was a gate there, and you.
It's
just
an
made your own
interesting
door.
gimmick for a game like this. And I say gimmick not in a bad way, but just as like the kind of general like gameplay hook.
Everybody's gonna be okay.
That should be fine, right?
Like every environment being destructible.
More chips.
Like that's
yeah, here's
something that not many other games do.
Crack this wall
You're
open.
Like
Destruction.
it kind of reminds me of Minecraft a little bit.
Oh, we see our first enemies in the game here.
Yeah, these,
Oh, okay.
Little buggy monsters came out of nowhere, so we're gonna make sure they don't get near any of our gold. Throw that here. Get out of it. It's mine.
I like these because they drop chunks that you can then use on all of their friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at all
well, that's a
this.
Oh
lot.
my gosh. If you ever needed catharsis, this is where you come. Look at this.
This is pretty much just an entire hall to play with.
Let's see if I can figure. I'm sure Google will not tell me, but who the developer here is, because I think people
You're not gonna collect
believe
all
it's the
this.
Mario Odyssey team, which would be kind of nuts.
I mean, if it's shaped like a banana.
They've been working on a DK game for the last.
And you can see
8
Ingrid Isle back there,
years.
So that's kind of where we're starting out.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
This is where DK has come to find his edible fortune, so to speak. So yeah, we're just gonna make sure we get started eating all these bananas here. Oh no! Oh no!
Storm's picking up, DK.
Yeah, that must be the storm they were talking about. It seems like a pretty powerful storm.
Oh no, the bananas.
Yeah, those bananas being taken.
Nintendo has not confirmed the developers of
Another
Bonanza.
twisted thief.
Yeah, so this
coming
is our
from
first
IGN.
glimpse of,
Okay.
the primary antagonist force actively stealing these bananas from DK. Oh, hang on, bud.
Things never seem to go
Hanging
his
on by the
way.
seat of his pants.
Not anymore.
And there goes the seat of his
There they go.
pants. Oh, there he goes.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like he's getting caught up in this big storm here.
Oh man, cinematic.
And there goes Ingrid Isle.
There's just about no chance that King K. Rool is back here. Is there?
More of an unnatural disaster.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved a third game in the Donkey Kong Country Returns
body element.
series with K. Rool as the main enemy. That would have been awesome.
You okay,
But
DK?
probably will never happen.
I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, everything's
He's
great.
got a
Look,
thick
there's
skin.
there's a massive hole in the ground.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll cover that right up. Just put a rug over it. Definitely not getting our security deposit.
Nope. That's one way to find a lot of bananas quickly, though, or lose a lot of bananas quickly, I guess.
It looks like we lost pretty much all of them all in one go here. We're gonna check on DK here, see if he's okay. You in there, bud?
Of
There
course
he
he
is.
is.
There he is.
This is a little worse for wear, but
But
Doing better,
still,
he's doing great.
you know, he's all right.
His design really isn't that far off from the main Rareware design. It's just like there's a lot more blackness around his eyes.
Oh, the animations are so good.
so I've been doing a lot of punching forward and punching down using the Y and B buttons. Now I'm gonna do some punching upward to break my way out of this boulder.
Nice.
Okay, punching forward. So punching.
Oh, and then we're actually gonna
That's so the
smash these crystals above me.
like the placement of the button on the controller determines like what direction you punch in. So
Oh hey,
X is up, Y is forward, down is B.
we're gonna
Okay.
save some of our
Gotta
footage
check
here.
So
on
is
Bud.
Yeah.
A the
Gold
jump?
goes up.
I assume there's a jump button, right? There's camera angles.
Looks like we are
Interesting now
pretty
too.
deep underground at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, there you go. You're all right, bud. Worked our way out of here. Don't worry.
One thing I like, and it seems like this is pretty necessary for this game, is that
Oh, good, Ingodile's just fine.
the camera doesn't like
Does that
bump
have a hat?
into
Or was that there before?
the. Thank you, Jacob, for stopping by.
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah,
got
we-
The camera doesn't like bump into the wall.
Here.
yeah.
Which is what happens in a lot of games, which is
Falling
really
down
annoying.
something
Like
is
no
going
game. I mean, I'm not gonna say no game because maybe there's a reason for it.
Screaming?
It makes some games better, but
Just a screaming rock. I'm sure it's perfectly normal.
Perfectly
but
normal.
I don't
As normal
think
as switch down into this hole.
like I don't think there's a reason for a lot of games to do that. It's so annoying when you're like trying to get a look at something and you turn the camera around and then it like gets up super close to your character because it's like pressing up against the wall, and it's like the camera isn't actually a physical object
But not all.
in the world. It's just a tool for the game.
Yeah, I'm also gonna
So I like that they didn't succumb to that,
using a chunk of terrain.
because I do think
Doesn't seem to be doing the trick.
this is not so much the case for Nintendo
You know
games,
what? As long as we're down here, I'll
but
show
there's a
you
lot of
chunks.
games out there that seem to think that like they got to play by the rules that movies play by.
Yeah, these
Where it's like, yeah, a physical camera when you're filming a movie couldn't go through a wall. But, oh, that looks fun. Okay.
And it's worth noting that the strength of the terrain that you use to turf surf depends, or it how long
Turf
the jump
surf.
lasts is based
That's
on
right,
the
yeah.
strength of the terrain.
Like, climbing is interesting. Very much Breath of the Wild-esque.
I guess I'm calling him Bud. He's my favorite in this game.
He's
How are
He's
these guys doing?
This guy's doing okay. I'm
right.
more interested in this barrel.
All
cannon.
barrels, okay.
Yeah.
Good to see a barrel cannon again.
mm-hmm.
We're gonna blast our way up here. Try and make our way back up further to Baboon Town. See if everybody else is all right. But first, I'm gonna try and clear these thorns.
Oh,
Which clearly hurts DK.
That's
okay.
Instead, we're gonna
Neat.
pick up a chunk,
Sorry, buddy.
clear out this area here, so you can see, yeah, chunks of terrain come in very handy, including eliminating hazards.
Is there not a
Put turf
jump
surf on
button?
top of them, too,
Like,
so you
there
can
has to
cross
be.
it
Right now, if I really
easily.
wanted to, I could just turf surf on
Does
top of
this.
hazards like this, using a chunk of terrain. As long as I'm watching to make sure that it doesn't whittle
It does-
away over
yeah.
time. You can also do little things like that, easily knock out things around you. Pick it back up.
Yeah, you lost a little bit of health when you punched those vines.
Yeah, luckily those apples.
Yeah, you got some apples and you restored it.
Okay.
We're gonna take this other barrel cannon here, blast our way back up. Meet some more friends. Want to check out on this guy? How you doing, bud?
And the design. If Diddy looks like those, it's gonna be a little bit weird.
So this is our introduction to a new kind of hazard here, voided terrain.
Yeah, go up there and try and whack it.
As you can see, this is not smashable, which is
okay. Some
quite
corruption.
annoying for DK, as most of us have been
You
easily
gotta
smashable.
appreciate though the work ethic of these monkeys.
I like
I know.
it.
Like,
They're gonna
look at
keep
this
at
one
it.
with the pickaxe.
Never mind that it's impossible.
He
He's
can't make
gonna
a dent, but he's
yeah.
gonna keep trying.
Gonna
You see,
keep trying.
this voided terrain
What's
seems to be
this?
coming from this device over here. So if I just smash this, that might take care of it. Unfortunately, this thing looks pretty well protected itself. Can't seem to smash it, can't seem to make a dent, no matter how hard I hit.
But we are close to where that thing fell down.
Yeah, you're right. I think it fell down over here, so we're gonna go check and see.
There's a lot of like the classic DK designs, like with those red
Everyone seems
girders and
curious,
stuff.
But not
So
brave enough to go check it out
that's
themselves.
fun.
Luckily, DK is here. DK
They
knows.
wouldn't
Ooh,
get anything done if not for DK.
Hello.
It's like a frog face.
Just gonna see.
And these Nintendo employees are
You can do
loving
one more big.
loving it.
There we go.
Good job, DK.
Hmm. Oh, this is weird.
That's a fast rock. okay, DK, it's okay.
Well, that was a rough beginning.
Huh. Is that gonna be like a companion you have?
That's prompt. I'm gonna go follow that talking rock.
Seems to always happen in most of these
Little
games.
suspicion
You've got like
about
some little
the
companion with you.
giant, Kong that has ripped you out of the ground. It's maybe warranted.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
warranted.
I mean, you saw his face.
I take care of more of these guys. In fact, oops,
I would have run away too.
pick up one of these. See if I can. Oh. Here. You know what, I'm gonna take out this last.
I will
guy.
also.
Swirl that thing around. There we
Nice
go.
one.
Cleared out
This
the-
won't happen until I actually like get my hands in the game, but I want to see like how the 4K looks because we're watching this on a stream with YouTube compression, so you know it doesn't look that different from a Switch game, but
Come on, DK. use
I'll be
that
curious
kind of
as
brain force.
to how it looks in
Figure out a way
person.
to do This thing.
Is he using his brain or his stomach?
Why not both?
Yeah.
Make music.
So
Just to bring out the bongos.
Oh.
I think it's working.
Now it's a dancing rock.
The cutest dancing rock you've ever seen.
You could call it that.
This is weird. Yeah, companion.
I don't know about all this. I don't know about all this. We didn't ask for a sidekick.
Oh.
Oh,
Looks like this odd rock is coming with you, whether you like it or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, Odd Rock.
Power of the
so
Odd
now we
Rock's
use the power of
voice.
Odd Rock's voice, which is pretty handy. Yeah, we calmed it down by making music with it. We whistled for it. So as we know, music is very important in the world of DK. And here, another example of that. Now, Odd Rock and I together can actually make music together and create a path to guide us where we're supposed to go next. So that's one easy way to keep track of where you're supposed to be going as you are punching literally
Right.
everything around you.
Yeah, especially
performing
if
things.
you are deep in the terrain, making your own pathways.
Yeah.
This will bring you back out.
There we go. Just going to work our way back up here.
I wonder if every surface will be climbable because there's no stamina
Don't pass things
meter
by.
like in Breath of the Wild, so
Everything.
I wouldn't want that to be overpowered.
Back up here. Hi, guys. That was fine.
And then
Now, as prompted, Odd Rock just had a suggestion here that I liked a lot. So we're going to make music here in front of this thing, which actually frees it up.
Now we can punch it.
Thank goodness.
that all goes away.
And
Okay.
now
Nice.
that thing is out of the way, the avoided terrain is finally taken care of. So
So we can ride in the barrel.
Get to the
Yeah.
arrow
It's
king.
crazy too how
that's just
soon
one
the
example
Switches
of
2
how,
is
you and
coming
I are
out,
working
like just a
together
couple
throughout
months,
the
and then this game is like a month later.
progress as a team.
Look at
So,
They're pretty
Oh,
good
wow.
together, yeah. Yeah, so we still need to check on that Boomtown though. So
Yeah,
we'll
let's
make sure
look.
everybody else is okay. See if those fellow miners of ours are all right. Check out Baboomtown. There's a lot of stuff here to
Baboomtown.
do. There's a lot of fun stuff waiting for us up here.
Huh.
So of course, I think that's where we're going to end our segment for today.
Is this like a hub? Oh, okay.
Sorry, everybody at home. Yeah, we do have another segment coming up in just a little bit here. We're going to show off a little bit more of DK Bonanza in a later area. But
Okay.
that is the end of this introduction segment. That's where we're going to stop it for now.
All right. Thank you so much, BK and K. That was Donkey Kong Bonanza. But next up, we're going to be taking a look at Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Ooh.
So stay tuned. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Metroid Prime 4 coming up. That'll be good. Wonder how long this is going to be. Maybe like an hour? Let's see. Nintendo Treehouse length. 4 hours? Okay. I apparently this is gonna be 4 hours long. Eesh. I can't. I have stuff to do, sadly. To till 2 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, all right. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'll stick around. We'll do Metroid Prime 4, and then I'll have to call it there because I can't really do a 4-hour stream. I got to do a 4-hour stream playing the game, but just watching someone playing the game. I don't know. And you know, life goes on. I've got stuff I got to take care of. What music is this? It sounds familiar, but I can't exactly place it. Is it like... Is it Metroid or Star Fox? It sounds spacey. I don't know if that's accurate. Let me see what the, like, this chat is saying, because everyone seems to, everyone's, viewers are only willingly asking Nintendo to drop the price of upcoming game, Mario Kart World. Yeah, people do not like the price of that game, which I get it. We'll see. My God. That's like all... That's all people are saying. I don't disagree. I don't want the price to be that high, but there's only so much you can do about that. And I saw someone talking about like, oh, this Switch 2 is so high priced, there's going to be another ambassador program like we had on the 3DS, where, you know, I think when they launched that, it was like $250, and they dropped to like $180. But if you paid the original $250 price, you got an ambassador program where you got like some GBA games on there, which I don't know if they ever ended up actually coming to the Switch, or not the Switch, to the 3DS otherwise. I think those might have been the only ways you could get those GBA games. But I don't think there's going to be any price cut, any ambassador program. Like, look, I would love a good price drop, especially for Mario Kart. But I just don't see it happening. Speaking of the ambassador program, though, I remember when I first got my 3DS, like the original one, I got it from eBay. I got it off of eBay probably like a year after they came out. And to get into the ambassador program, you had to like submit your serial number to Nintendo, and then they would give it to you. And the 3DS I had bought, it was purchased in that time frame. So the serial number I had on it, it was eligible for the ambassador program, even though I had bought it off of eBay like for $100 a year later. So I remember I submitted the serial number, and it said I was eligible, but then it gave me an error, and I contacted Nintendo support. And they took a bit to get back to me on it, and they were like, yeah, you're not getting in. Sorry, because you didn't actually buy it when it was the high price. And I was like, darn. Well, fair enough. And then after a little while, the 3DS got hacked, and I could put all the GBA games I wanted on it. So, yeah. It took them forever, it felt like, with the 3DS to get the virtual console games outside of, like, Game Boy and NES games. Because I know eventually, like, they got Super Nintendo games, which is perfect fit. Because I remember people saying, like, oh, you know, the 3DS, the original 3DS, like, not the new 3DS, it's not powerful enough to emulate SNES games. But I can tell you, from experience, the original 3DS was certainly powerful enough to emulate SNES games. So, you know, it's kind of ridiculous that it took them forever, and here we are with the Switch 2, and they got the GameCube with Nintendo Switch Online now on the expansion pack. Very obscure Nintendo series, not very notable. Oh, the music. Yeah, I'm not recognizing this. Like, maybe I heard it in like Smash Brothers at some point, but it's not bad. But they got the ad for the Nintendo Music in here, though. That's smart. Yeah. But yeah, no price drops on the Switch, on Mario Kart. That is wishful thinking. And I can say that because I wish it would happen too. But who knows? Look, if it will be interesting to see whether the market will accept $80 games and a $450 console. Because it very well might not. Look, there's a lot of big Nintendo fans out there, which I'm a part of, that will pay that price for a Nintendo game. Oh, hello.
Hi, everyone. For those that are just tuning in, this is Nintendo Treehouse Live, Nintendo Switch 2. My name is Teresa, and I'm joined here with Demetrius and Dutch. And we're here to show a little game called Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
That's right.
This is a first-person
Like their
adventure
Nintendo
game
Switch 2
starring our favorite
pillows there.
protagonist, Samus. She is a very famous bounty hunter, for those of you that don't know. But I'm going to throw it away to Demetrius to lead us through this.
No, you got that. So we're going to go ahead and just jump right into the beginning. So it is the Cosmic Gear 20X. No, I'm not going to
It's story time. Come on.
Long story short, we're starting at the beginning here. What you're going to see is that this is a research facility for the Galactic Federation. It's being attacked by space pirates. And Samus is
controlled by Metroids. Ooh.
And this is what's pretty much going to be the beginning of the game.
Those are space pirates that are allied with Psylux, who we haven't seen a whole lot of. We saw him in Metroid Prime Hunters.
Yeah.
We're not quite sure what the bad blood here is about between Psylux and the Galactic Federation.
But he doesn't like him, nor does not like Samus. So
yeah, he's got a deep grudge for Samus.
So getting to that, here's the first cutscene. So I won't talk too much over this. I'll let people kind of enjoy it. I can feel the table rumbling.
I really want them to put out Metroid Prime 2 and 3. Like, I don't know why they hadn't. I guess 3's got the whole motion control situation, but...
Quick work with some of these ships.
Yeah. Join in on
Oh, that's a cool looking ship.
That's Samus's contribution to the air fray.
See, there's a lot of action going on the ground.
Looking good for the Galactic Federation here.
The Galactic Federation soldiers are trying to put up a fight, but it's not working too well. They need some help. It's pretty cool to see this, though. Oh. All right.
Yeah, Samus to the rescue. Woo!
Okay, we're about to get to gameplay here in just a moment. I love this scene so much. All right, let me get ready. Here we go.
All right, let's see some gameplay. The graphics look very nice, though, from what I can tell from this YouTube stream.
The first trailer that we showed for Metroid Prime 4.
Look, Samus is looking good.
But now we're going to see a little bit more.
That was not the first trailer. We remember what the first trailer was. Don't try to gaslight us.
And away we go.
I remember that little title card.
A little slower so everybody can kind of just take it all in, but I see a space pirate right
Looks
here.
good.
Not let that
I
stay.
wonder if control-wise it's like the same as Metroid Prime Remastered.
Metroid Prime gameplay where you've got, it's first person, you've got your reticle in the middle there, and you can use that to lock on to enemies there.
Yeah, I'm still not going to try to take any hits, though. Oh, what you doing still? Oh. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and do this. So one thing people should note, right now I'm playing with a split Joy-Con 2 style, so I have a Joy-Con 2 in my left hand and my right hand.
No one
And I'm
does
gonna
that.
change it
Come
up
on.
a little bit further we get into this.
Can you Okay.
You're playing in a mode called Quality Mode, which is in 4K, 60 FPS.
Correct.
So
Oh.
for anybody that is
Quality and
watching
performance?
the stream, we are streaming at 4K. If you have a 4K TV, you will be able to.
Am I watching
see
this at
all the
4K?
visuals in
Oh,
its
I'm not.
very glorious prestige. You will be able to
Oh, there we go. Oh my
all
god.
the visuals in its very
Should have done that
glorious
before.
and pretty
I don't think I'm streaming in 4K though, so. I mean, that looks good.
So right now there is a sensitive artifact that the Galactic Federation is trying to protect, and that the Space Pirates, led by Silex, is trying to take.
Wow.
So Samus is going to try to recover
Actual
that
like
defend
cutscene.
and make sure that the Space Pirates don't take it. All right, so here's the area map acquired.
I'm also ready for the next 2D Metroid.
It's my current position, and I want to make it all the way
Well,
here.
wonder when that'll
that
happen.
big dome area.
Yeah.
They got that classic Metroid Prime map. That's good.
Around, you'll see it's going to be right here, and then if I go down, I am right here. So I'm going to make my way through.
And that's one of the cool things about this. It's got that, again, classic Metroid Prime gameplay where you've got your map and it's kind of 3D and you can rotate it because like navigation and exploration is a big theme in this game and in the series.
Also different visors, so I just switched to my scan visor and I can scan this door here. It's going to give me access and a little bit additional information.
Okay.
It's pretty
There's
important too, of just like learning
similar
more
to
about
how the first one
lore of this
works.
world. So scanning is very important. It's been in the Metroid Prime series as well. So
Yes,
it's a great way to learn.
way to get additional backstory.
Oh man,
or
just killing that
also
guy.
Just helpful gameplay tips and even access to certain areas. All right. Try to protect the some of the people here, but they're getting attacked too much.
Wow.
So I'm gonna play a little faster here. Just go it. I can even.
I'm
scan
wondering though, if you can play this game with the mouse
All
controls.
Here, Space Pirate. You can see
That would be interesting.
classic. All right. And now they're gonna go away.
They're pretty ruthless. So one of them came at you to shank you.
They had it coming.
Definitely. See anything else to scan? We can even check out here where it came down. So we have a
Yeah,
dive
this little
spike.
landing
Yeah.
spikes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Things are looking good. I'm gonna make my way through this door here.
And there's some environmental stuff that you could also choose to break too. You never know what's in the containers.
All right.
Visually, this game looks quite good, I will say.
I can enter into Morph Ball. Go under.
So this is,
go
I'm
off it.
assuming, before she ends up losing all her powers, as is tradition with Metroid.
Big fight.
Now some more space pirates, but we've
Oh,
got
there
a mecha suit.
Oh.
Okay, so coming up next here, what I'm gonna do.
Oh, you're gonna have to fight that thing at one point in the game, aren't you?
This scene, I'm
I can
actually
almost guarantee that.
from the controls I was just doing, I'm going to switch to mouse controls.
Oh,
Putting
I
the
just said,
Joy-Con
can you do mouse controls?
here on the surface, and I'm gonna actually start playing like that.
So you can see Demetrius is locking on to the enemies with the ZL button, but then at the same time he's using that right Joy-Con to kind of fine-tune his aiming. You know, like maybe the enemies are a little, maybe you have to lead them a little bit, so you have to aim a little bit to one side or the other.
I mean, mouse controls are the way to go
The nerves.
with first-person shooters. So
But it's really cool though that
Makes
you're
sense.
able to very seamlessly change between doing dual Joy-Con 2 and then
Yeah,
mouse
you see how
control, so you
quickly I can
choose.
turn to side. Now, if I
I mean, I'll give this a try with the mouse controls for sure.
I'm actually now back to playing
Oh.
in the normal split Joy-Con. Right
Oh,
now.
so you just like do it real
Down
fast.
on the surface, you see that little reticule pop up. You can see how fast I turn.
Yeah, the little tiny one in the
Hmm.
middle.
So I'll keep playing like this.
Yeah, so you can just switch that on the fly. All you have to do to activate the mouse controls is just put the mouse, put the Joy-Con 2 flat on a surface.
Yeah.
Correct.
Wow.
This guy, I think he's pretty low on health, so it'll tell me even in my visor. Yep,
Oh.
internal 70%.
Yeah, finish him off. All right. Sorry, buddy.
All right, let's
That's one of
go.
the cool
Collateral.
things too with the scanning. Is
This area that they're showing right now is very linear, but I'll be curious to see some of the later areas, how open or how interconnected they are. Because that's like what Metroid games are all about, really.
Space is getting swarmed.
Like
Yeah,
that
they're
progression, that
coming in real
exploration,
fast.
and
They're trying to blow the door.
how your abilities will,
Gonna make
you know,
my way
open up
through as
opportunities.
fast as possible. Go past that room. Okay, there we
So there's
I believe
the
this is what we saw in the
scientist
first
moving
trailer.
back there
Or
with
not the
artifacts.
first trailer, the second trailer.
Yeah.
Almost caught myself there.
Coming up is going to be my first collectible here. It's going to be my energy tank. I'm going to require that.
Mm.
Okay, looks good.
Ooh,
All
upgrade.
You
right.
can see that at the top of the screen, the 99 there. That's Samus's health, so adding another energy tank adds an additional set of 99 little energy units.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, looking at the.
So is he still using the
screen
morph
right now,
ball
on the top
with the
left,
mouse
you'll have
controls?
the
I wonder.
tracking meter
I guess you
for
just
all
use the stick for
enemies.
that.
On the top right, you'll have the mini map. On the bottom right, you have your missiles.
It is nice that you don't have to like
total
do any
that you can hold is at the
um,
bottom, the total that you have in your inventory.
do any
at the
like
top,
menu
and then
option
on the bottom
changing in
left
order to
is
switch from mouse
all
to
of your weapons. And right
standard
now,
and back.
all those missiles.
Seems very fast.
So here we're just identifying.
I can encourage people to actually do it.
materials. If I go over here, I can scan this, scan that.
Scan everything.
Yeah. So to the left is the artifact. That's what you're seeing here. It's the marked. Okay. And we can even just scan some more things here.
Scan it all.
I want all the
Display
lore.
terminal. I
Scan
know.
everything.
I
man.
know. There's so much. I could even say. Oh, let's
Can you
not
scan
do
that guy?
yet. Let's scan these guys. Let's get a little bit of additional information about the Galactic Federation troopers. Something
Hmm.
like that. All right. So here's another good example of how the control methods work. So right now I'm going to switch back to the normal split styles you see here in my hands. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the visor. I'm going to scan this door. And this is a Federation lock-on gate. So it uses a lock-on ability that's a little bit special here. So what I'm going to do is switch back to my combat visor, hold ZL to lock on. And now I can use the right thumbstick or a little bit of motion sensor here, and I can kind
Nice.
of aim. And you see
Nice.
it's a little slow.
Nice.
That's one way to do it. And now I'm going to try
Interesting.
switching over to the mouse controls here. And I'm going to do the same thing with this door.
So while Dee's doing that, I just wanted to mention again, for those of you that are just tuning in, we are streaming in 4K.
Okay.
So we are playing the game in quality mode, which supports 4K to 60 frames per second.
Correct.
There will be another mode, which is called performance mode, which will run at 120 frames per second at 1080p.
So you can kind of
The fact that the Switch 2 is capable of doing 120 frames per second is
or the performance and like the high frame
pretty
rate.
insane.
Yeah.
All right, so here's our first.
I don't know if my TV does 120 though.
And you're gonna
I
see
think my
something
computer
that
monitor
is gonna
does,
be
like
unique.
144
We've never
hertz.
seen before.
No.
So
Watch out, it's a Metroid!
if I end up playing it a lot on the computer monitor, which I almost certainly will because I'll be
Normally a
recording
Metroid,
it,
you know, normally defeating an enemy right there on
maybe I'll
spot.
give that a
This
shot.
one is actually
Because my monitor is only 1440p, so there's no point in
powering it up.
playing the game at 4K. Might as
That
well
is
play it at
interesting.
1080p.
I don't think we've seen before it's fusing with
Yeah,
other beings.
so it's
Ooh.
fascinating.
I think you got your work cut out for you here to me.
Yeah.
I know, no
Nice.
pressure, all the
This
pressure.
grew a 4-pack.
All right.
Oh, I wonder where you're supposed to shoot.
There. So what we're seeing here is there's going to be a couple of weak spots. Ow, I jumped way too slow there. All right. No, I'm not going to let him shoot this. I want to destroy the weak points. There's going to be multiple. Oh, you just want to throw them at me, don't you?
So the weak points are those little green areas, but the Abarax can shield it with his arms,
Yeah,
but
it goes in like a
can
box.
also put this kind of yellow shield over those areas as well, so you have to bide your time before you're able to shoot it.
It kind of shifts from one to the other. Like he's never gonna have all of those weak.
He's
points
done like no
exposed.
damage so far.
Alright, I'm going to shoot these. You can dodge them, but it's better to shoot them just to get some health back. I'm going to absorb them.
Or even missile replenishment.
This looks like
I'll
very
do-
classic
But
Metroid.
as you can see, like,
Metroid
you have to
Prime,
get
that
the
is.
angle right, because shooting missiles, you can see the deflect of the missiles like going off.
There we go. There we go. Now it's going to open up the main weak spot here. I'm going to try to get as many shots off as I can. He's going to try to hunt me down with that. Oh, I thought I dodged.
Get him in the
The
belly.
other key
Okay.
technique there that Demetrius can use to dodge that attack
Taking
is
him
the
on
straight
bit by
jump.
bit.
If you're locked
There we
on and you push the jump button twice.
Yeah,
you
I
can
really
straight jump
want to
inside of it
play
laterally.
Metroid Prime 2 and 3, but
There we
they
go.
haven't put them out.
Or you can get real.
So-
close. I don't know if you want to attempt that.
Just out of luck.
It'll try to grab me.
I forget
so
if they
I'm trying
given
not to-
a
Alright,
release date for this game. Let me
pretty good
see.
shots here coming out. Oh. No.
We can see the Avarax's health bar there at the top too, so it's making some progress. But it,
I think
got a lot
they
of-
Yeah, he's a
only
pretty beefy boy.
Yeah, I got to be very
have
careful.
just the
Oh,
year of
really? Look at the one
2025,
down. I was
so
just about to shoot it. Are you serious, Avarax?
I'm thinking in the fall.
Let me just get to the
It's crazy.
No.
Oh,
This game was announced in
Too close.
2017.
Nope, nope, he's trying to grab me. Yep.
That was close.
Like, I remember watching the reveal, that E3, that direct, and think, okay, I'll probably be out like, 2019, maybe 2020. And here we are,
Shield a lot. There we go.
8 years later.
There we go. Okay, let's do this. Get ready for it. Shot, that, throw a missile.
Oh, whoa, that's a pretty high jump he's got. Okay.
oh, wave shield now.
Do that again. This time I was prepared for it.
Oh yeah, and Thomas also has like the psychic powers, or like,
Right under.
they almost look like magic.
Good, good.
And this, so that'll be interesting to see how that plays a role. Like, I like that they're adding some new abilities for her, not just relying on the old ones.
Very careful here. Double jump with that. Hit that. Oh, nice block. Oh, he's really putting up the block.
Oh man,
Oh, he's getting a little too close. Little too close. No, I don't like that.
it's coming at you.
No, 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 no.
Watch
No,
out.
you don't.
Oh,
Woo. All right.
Alright, he's got the pretty telegraph moves, but
Yeah.
this is the first boss, so that makes sense.
throwing everything.
All right. You can lock on these two if you want.
I
but
also
it's
hope
easier to-
with the new Mario
Not able
Kart,
to
I like that they had the
lock
non-Nintendo
on
characters
points, so
Oh,
there it
in
is.
Mario Kart 8.
Break free.
So I would hope that those can come back too, but they haven't shown off any. So maybe they're not revealed yet. Maybe they're hidden, but I don't know.
Okay, there's one.
Like, it's cool to have Link, especially. It's cool to have like the
Oh,
Inklings
another
and
one. Yeah,
Animal
he
Crossing
really
stuff.
wants
Yeah,
to
he
give you
really
a hug.
does. Okay, come on, Sean. There we go.
Missiles.
Every time I do that.
Come on, buddy.
It's okay. He's blocking now. I'm just gonna use some lock on here.
It's thinking like a boxer stance there.
Yeah, yeah.
One more weakness spot. I'm shooting at it. There we go. Okay, I was already.
Nice.
Go. All right.
Oh, is this
Yeah,
is the
open belly.
finisher?
There you go. It's a good
Here.
weak spot.
What are you gonna do?
There you go.
Bottom.
There you go.
Okay, bottom. Through.
God, I'm sneezing.
Looking
You
good.
got
Getting there, getting there.
Dodge, fire. Looking good. Jump up. That charge. My shot. Lock on. Fire. Oh, miss.
Almost got him.
Missile.
Oh,
There we go.
yay, you did it. It's tough.
That was a tough boss battle.
Have they revealed what this game is going to
Really
be
have
rated?
to
I assume it's
up where
teen.
to aim, and you can
But it'd
see
be cool if they did like an
all
M-rated
the
Metroid game at one point.
which is a lot of fun.
Artifact safe
Ooh, there's the man himself.
now?
And there's Silex. You know,
Yeah.
he has
Oh.
two
Okay.
Metroid with him, which is also very curious.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll find out more about this interesting.
He has such a
alliance.
cool design.
You can see the battles going on back and forth.
I remember way a while ago, it was rumored that Silex would be a character in Smash Ultimate because he would be
That's not
the
this.
main villain in this. And at least half of that rumor turned out to be true. So
So you see the
I don't know if that was like based off of anything really, or if that was just like
react to
people,
that
extrapolating from what they know to be fact.
in a very peculiar way. And that, folks,
Ooh.
is a
Where
quick
we'll
look.
end it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to give you a sneak peek. We don't want to ruin the full surprise,
Not
but
at all.
hope
Okay.
that gave you a small taste.
Can you
of
give
what
us the
to look
release
for
date?
when Metroid Prime 4 Beyond
Yeah.
comes out? Well, thanks so much, guys, for
Thank you.
showing
Yeah, thank
all
you.
this and talking it through. And hope you guys had
Middle
fun
guy's got a
watching that.
nice suit.
Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Up next is Mario Kart World.
Okay. All right, I think I'm going to call the stream there because this apparently goes on for another 3 hours. And we've seen Splatoon music. We've seen the big three games. We saw Mario Kart. We saw Donkey Kong Bonanza. We saw Metroid Prime. Kirby Air Riders is not at all gonna be happening this stream. That's a good ways off, I think. But yeah, I'll be back on this tomorrow. Tomorrow's Treehouse is apparently 3 hours, but I will likely not be streaming the whole thing because it'll probably be fairly repetitive. So I'll probably be on it for like an hour or so, depending on what they got to show. I wouldn't be surprised if like tomorrow's like more third-party stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But and I should have a new video out tomorrow too that is Nintendo focused, and I'm very excited to get that out because I've been working on it for a while. It's a big one. So thank you everyone for stopping by. Nice to have a fairly active chat here. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. And I will see you